In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
Trump's announcement comes with news that Republicans have taken over the House. This is the first time in more than a decade that Republicans have seized the majority and with it the Speaker's gavel. With this power, Republicans have an ability to bring an end to President Biden's agenda. What they promised is largely a series of investigations into President Biden, his family, and his administration. What's significant about this year's midterm election results is just how close they came. Republicans only have a handful of a majority, which will mean legislating and being able to govern next year will be much more difficult than many had anticipated. A significant factor that helped keep the red wave at bay for the Democrats was the record number of Muslim candidates that participated and defeated a number of Republicans in this year's midterm. At least 83 Muslim candidates swept up local, state, and federal seats during the midterm election. Almost 150 Muslim Americans ran for office, including 51 state legislative candidates across 23 states. Many of the wins were in Republican-leaning states, including Texas, Virginia, and Georgia, and included 20 incumbents and 17 new candidates. Those seats range from city councils to the U.S. House of Representatives, where Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, Democrat of Minnesota, and Rashida Tlaib, Democrat of Missouri, retained their seats. This marks the highest number of electoral victories for the community of around 3.5 million people, breaking the record of 2020, when 71 Muslim Americans were elected into office. The victories also ushered in some historic firsts, with state legislatures in Maine, Illinois, Ohio, and Texas getting their first Muslim American representatives. In Illinois' 51st district, Nabila Sayed, a 23-year-old Muslim candidate of Indian descent, defeated a Republican incumbent to be the first Muslim and the youngest to be elected to a state legislature. Similarly, in Minnesota, 25-year-old Zainab Mohammed, a Democrat, became the first Muslim woman of Somali descent to be elected to the state Senate. 4 Muslim Americans were elected to the state office in Georgia for the first time, including Rowa Roman, who won a seat at the State House of Representatives, and Nabila Islam, who was elected to the state Senate. In Texas, the first 2 Muslim lawmakers getting elected into office were Salman Bojani and Suleiman Lalani, who won elections to House Districts 92 and 76 respectively. Reflecting on the Muslim contribution to democratic success, Professor Bruce E. Kane of Stanford University said that the Muslim population in the U.S. is perceived by the Trump base as part of the great non-white replacement and hence a threat. Along with Latin Americans and Asians, some Christian white voters believe that immigration policy under Biden and higher fertility rates in the immigrant population are leading to whites losing political power, economic wealth, and diminished social status.